As an Indian American committed to a just and pluralistic free society, I am here today to share my thoughts about how we can challenge rising hate and extremism within our own community here through civic engagement and collective action. I believe that my opinions expressed here are aligned with the visions and missions of two organizations I'm affiliated with, the India Coalition of Minnesota, many members are here, and Hindus for Human Rights. I was born into an upper caste Hindu family in India and immigrated here 42 years ago for higher studies. The Indian administration has been a pluralistic society for millennia, as all of you here are aware, with people professing faith in practically every major religion, coexisting peacefully alongside each other for centuries, for millennia. That secular history, enshrined in the Constitution of Independent India in 1950 by the likes of Dr. Ambedkar, has unfortunately been on really shaky ground over the last decade or so, with a steady acceleration of the othering of non-Hindu Indians in politics there. Unfortunately, it's an eerie parallel to the othering of immigrants like us here, right here in the United States more recently. Inspired by the vision and actions of Indian expat social reformers like Raj Rajan and Dadabhai Naoroji that date back to over 200 years, the Indian Coalition of Minnesota seeks to challenge this inequity in all forms. Caste discrimination, gender bias, ethnic or religious bigotry within our Indian American community. And we seek to do this irrespective of where it emerges. Back in the home country, within our home diaspora here, or from non-Indian immigrant communities here in the US. Hindus for Human Rights also champions all such progressive causes in our modern pluralistic society, within those identifying with the Hindu faith, and also through engagement in constructive partnership and dialogue with people of all faiths, immigrants or otherwise, including the Indian American Muslim Council. We recognize that right-wing ideology in the US is no longer limited to classic white supremacy or Christian fundamentalism. Politics today has unfortunately manifested itself through a bizarre collaboration between right-wing ideology originating from practically all ethnic groups and all faith groups. Which begs the question, what exactly is right-wing ideology? To keep it simple, one can say that it represents those who consider themselves traditionalists, seeking to take all of us back to social structures and dogma of prior decades and centuries as perceived within their own bubble or echo chambers and not inclusive of all our beliefs and faiths. My concerns are more specific to the spread of Hindu fundamentalism right here in the Twin Cities. I was inspired by the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he wrote from the Birmingham jail, letters from the Birmingham jail. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. We should remember one thing. The silence, breaking the silence must begin within progressive elements, within each faith or ethnic community, so that those who speak about it from outside that community are not accused of phobia. Which brings me to what happened right here in Minnesota a couple of months ago. A group called the India Coalition, the Coalition of Hindus of North America, or CoHNA, claiming to represent the entire Hindu community in the US and Canada, and actually billing itself as a grassroots civil rights organization, is active at state level legislative advocacy, now targeting Minnesota. And both India Coalition and Hindus for Human Rights challenge them right up front. CoHNA, alongside groups like the Hindu-American Foundation, was actively involved in the City of Seattle's caste discrimination ordinance that passed in February of 2023. A little bit more history. CoHNA was also the central opponent of California's caste discrimination bill, Senate Bill 403. After that bill passed the legislature, CoHNA actively campaigned with Governor Newsom to veto it, which he ultimately did in October 2023.
That is a shame.
CoHNA is currently campaigning against New York State Assembly Bill A6920 and its counterpart Senate Bill S6531, both of which aim to add caste as a protected category under New York's human rights law. The modus operandi of groups like CoHNA in all these efforts has always been the same, grouped under the term Hinduphobia, or irrational, intense, and persistent fear of Hindus. This historic word, dating back to the 1860s, has now been weaponized by groups like CoHNA to fight and push back against caste discrimination, religious bigotry, not just in India, but within the Indian diaspora here in the US. Not to fight true xenophobia and immigrant bias, which we all know is very real and very persistent and amplified every day here in the US. And such efforts by groups like CoHNA actually does injustice to fighting true xenophobia and ethnic bias. Yes. As an American proud of the legacy of free-thinking founding fathers like Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Paine, Ben Franklin, and John Adams, when it comes to affairs of the state, I urge all immigrant communities to fight dogma and act with skepticism towards any efforts of organized religions in any form to meddle with affairs of the state. I leave you with the thoughts of Isabel Wilkerson in her book, Caste, The Lies That Divide Us. The foundational principle and artificial constructs that are supporting the ranking and segregation of human beings here in the US, back in India, and back when in the 1940s in Nazi Germany, they're all the same. We cannot fight one without fighting all of them. Thank you.